Hello, this is Healthy Geeky Amber. I'm Amber. So today I'm going to talk about Noom. So that's a new thing. Also, listen about the sound. You're never as a performer supposed to apologize for your performance, but listen, one day I'll hit the jackpot and I'll give you the sound you deserve. In the meantime, love me through this. So, Noom. Okay, so here's the thing. I decided to try Noom because I know that all this food stuff is in my head. So it's literally and figuratively. This is all just in my head. And I need something more than willpower. So I've started using Noom. And here's the thing. I don't think that Noom is going to cause me to lose weight. I think it's going to help because my stomach is super small and I don't eat a lot of junk food. So I am going to lose weight irregardless. Yes, I know it's not a real word, but I like it. So irregardless, I'm going to lose weight. Period, point blank. That's what's going to happen. But I don't have a good relationship with food because I want it all the time. And I'm always hungry, but I'm not. And so I just need a more positive experience because once my stomach starts to grow, because people, you will be able to eat more, even if you've had weight loss surgery. Your sleeve or stomach or whatever, your pouch, it will expand over time and you can eat more. So I'm nervous that once that restriction isn't there, well, I'm screwed. So I want to start working on, because no one else is concerned. No one else is worried at all, except for me because I'm still losing weight. And that's not enough for me. So I decided to try Noom. Now, let me explain something that I just said. So I have bipolar disorder. I believe I've mentioned this on this channel. And I take medication. Medication works for me. And, I have a lot of I have a support team. I have a treatment team, just a whole plan. Like, I'm doing really, really good. And one of the things that happened is I had cured myself of bipolar disorder several times. What I mean by that is I would take the medication and go, I feel fine. I don't need this anymore. Pshaw. And I'd stop taking the meds. Forgive me if I've already told you this story. But what happened was, when you have any diagnosis, maybe, but I know that for me, for my diagnosis of bipolar disorder, once you start taking your medication, conversations end. It's like, oh, you're being a good little girl. You take your medication, now go away. I don't care about the side effects as long as you don't hurt yourself or anybody else. And I've never been violent, so I shouldn't have to, but I like putting it out there that, I'm not violent or anything like that. But it has been a struggle living with bipolar disorder. What does this have to do with weight? We're getting there. So I have all these, I didn't want to take medication because I'm a creative person and I thought that it was going to, tamper that. It was going to, I won't be as creative. So I didn't want to take meds. And, that was that. So I would be on meds, feel better, and go, I guess I knocked that out of the park. Great. And I'd stop taking it, and then I wasn't doing so great. So what would happen is, since no one would listen when I would take medication, I would do something called taking myself hostage with medication. Now, what does that sound scary? Let me explain. When I stopped taking medication, well, when you take medication, it's like, okay, like I said, you're being a good little patient, scurry away. I don't care about the impact on your life as a creator, as a creative person. Bye. Well, when I stopped taking meds, you know what, doctor? I understand you want me to take this, but I've been feeling a lot better, and I think that maybe. Then it's, okay, Amber, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this. Now they have all the time in the world to talk. Now, to be clear, I have an amazing treatment team, the people I've kept around. So my psychiatrist, my therapist with an S, because I have two, my primary care doctor, my gynecologist. Like, one day I'll have to talk to you about my treatment team. What does your gynecologist have to do with bipolar disorder? It's a whole thing. We'll talk about idea for another episode, my treatment team. And then you'll understand how my gynecologist is a part of my bipolar disorder treatment team. But anyway, I realized that when I wasn't compliant, then people would listen. So what's that got to do with weight loss? Because I am still losing weight. there aren't many people who are concerned about my relationship with food because I'm winning. And it's like, that's not how this works, or it's not how it should work. So that's why I decided to try at Noom. And it has to do with psychology. So I'm hoping it'll help me with my relationship with food. And so far, so far it's a good pick me up. I mean, since it is all about psychology, I wouldn't say it's about pep talks per se, but I'm feeling it. So far, I'm feeling it. So for me, the success of this is not going to be with how much weight I lose, but how okay I am with my food choices and making the types of food choices that I'm happier with. Because right now, I'm pretty messed up, y'all. I'm pretty messed up. Like, I am. But I'm losing weight, so nobody cares. But, like, I'll have some pretzels and be like, this is going to be my undoing. It's like, I can't live like that. That's no way to live. I'm down a bunch of sizes. I have these cool before and after pictures. Before and slightly after. I'm still plus size, so it's not an after picture, but I'm coming along. I fit into some clothes that I got before surgery, um, that were a smaller size because I was like, well, I don't want to, I'm going to have to do something. Once I have to get rid of all these big clothes, I'm going to need some smaller ones. So I went on Free Cycle, like I've mentioned on the channel, and I now fit some of the clothes from that bag, from these two big bags of smaller clothes, and like some I've been able to wear recently. And then I was going through the warmer weather, smaller clothes, and I was like, well, look at me, I got these nice pants now because they fit and they didn't used to. Da, 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 da. So it feels really good. There's a lot of good things going, but I don't want to like kick myself because I, had, I don't know, two protein pancakes instead of one. I've been making protein pancakes. I'm very proud of myself, and they taste kind of like chalk, but I don't have a delicate palate unless I'm on a date. If I'm on a date, I only eat very well and at nice restaurants. Anyhow, story for another time. But in general, I don't have a delicate palate, so I don't know. It's good enough for me. But yeah, I felt guilty. And like I'm using sugar free, not sugar free, but the yeah, sugar-free pancake syrup, and even that I feel guilty about. So I like how Noom baby steps you through your relationship with food and your relationship with this process, and also movement, exercise and just planning and stuff like that. And I don't do all the things that are some really good ideas, but it's a lot because you do it every day. You read your lessons every day, so it's a lot. But so far, so good. So I'm going to keep you posted. This is just a general overview and let you know that it's something I'm trying and let you know where I'm at with this process. And I will keep you posted. So I watch a lot of YouTube right now because there's this show called, there's two shows, Life After Lockup and Love After Lockup, that I'm sort of obsessed with. And what I am more obsessed with is that there are some reaction channels, some like recap and review channels. I watched three of them, and they are hilarious. And I like them way more than I like the actual show. So, anyhow, I've been watching a lot of YouTube because of that. And I think that they were great, and they're these really cool creators. Now, here's the thing, I realized I watch all this YouTube and I'm like, yay, I want them to do well. And I was like, how come I never get my, all both of the people who listen to subscribe and hit the bell and give thumbs up? So this is me asking for the bell and the thumbs up and the like. It really helps me to want to keep doing this, because it is nice to chronicle. I haven't gone back. After I edit, I don't go back and watch. Like, I don't know what my first episode was about. I don't remember what stories I've told. I should probably get on top of that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So I know that I am eventually going to do it, but I'm just not ready right now to go back to my, pre-surgery rants or whatever I was on back then. So I'm excited and I'm nervous about the future. I want to keep chronicling it, and I would like it if you um, stuck around for the ride. I'm fine with right now having a small viewership because I'm not doing this for money. If I had a bunch of people, then that would be cool. I'd monetize the heck out of this. But right now, what I run off of is knowing that people like what I'm doing and that they're getting something out of it. So a thumbs up is goes a very long way. A subscribe goes a very long way. A comment goes a very long way in my journey in general and my journey as a YouTuber. It's like, oh, people like this. People, are getting something out of this. If you're getting something out of this, then I'm getting something out of this. So that, as I say, is that. And so anyhow, you guys have a wicked good one, and rock on, cool kids.